please.
So what I was saying is my analysis of the last 2 weeks, I always like doing that. Makes me reflect on it. So I was focusing basically on just getting the two hands to look the same, right? And even when I speed up, they would still look the same, right? So not one like this and the other one like this, not like crazy fingers going on here and whatnot. And I've noticed that I suppose the biggest culprits, the biggest problem I saw myself going into is that my left hand, which is a problematic hand, started kind of doing this, okay? So not being at the same level as the one in the right. And then I also realized, right, that when I start speeding up, maintaining this short distance to the floor, even from a hand perspective, so not being here, proved to be challenging from a left-hand perspective. Like here, I can do this, so stays kind of in the same place. This one, when I start speeding up, I have the tendency of kind of lifting it up to kind of try to get a bit more space here instead of just focusing on this. So I'm still working on it, but this was kind of like the conclusion.
Well, that's very good. That's you beginning to really, instead of just beating yourself up over my left hand, you actually say, wait a minute, this is my left hand, you know? And that was Murray. And Dick had perhaps a different approach, but Murray would be, I don't teach your hands, I teach through your brain, and your brain will tell the hands what to do. Dick Wilson would sometimes just want to have you feel things, and then perhaps have your hands help your brain understand what it is that's happening, right? And that's the beauty of art, you know, the physicality involved, and that has to be married to the intellectuality, right? So that's really good, because you're thinking, you're feeling, you're paying it. When you're doing that, you're here and you're now. Right? You're really present. That's like very good.
It doesn't, but at least that identifies it somehow. So
say that please again.
It doesn't fix the problem, but it somewhat identifies it, or at least part of it. So that's good.
No, they say the first thing about solving a problem is noticing it.
Yeah.
And so that goes a long way to fixing the problem. You're not going to fix the problem until you finally say, wait a minute, it's what I showed. I said, look what you're doing. It's what you just described. So now you can meditate on that and make certain repairs. The other thing, excuse me, that hopefully is going to happen is this technique, it's not just singles or doubles, and it's not just a throw or an upstroke to a downstroke. Singles, it's all of it comes together. Forms is really coherent thing. What you ultimately get from it, as Richard Martinez would say, it's all a wrist turn, right? And it's interesting how many people don't really understand that. Maybe it's because they can't feel it. Here's an example of where your brain can indicate to the mouth what it is it should say. But that doesn't mean the words match up with what you're actually doing. So sometimes what can happen through the Dick approach is that hopefully you can feel something, and it helps you understand, you know, from an intellectual point of view. And that's kind of what having real technique is about, right? So that you know what you're doing. Because for me, and probably for you, as you're out in the world playing, I'd have really good nights. I mean, and then some not so good nights. Maybe it was a tempo. Maybe it was work I was working on with my hands. It was that I went off course. Maybe it was the people I was playing with. There's so many variables, so you want to start to eliminate all that stuff so that there's some consistency in your play. So you know how to play, as Dick would say. Dick would say about the people that didn't know how to play. He'd say, "Oh, they're any old way players. They play any old way," and you can get a lot done. There's that too. I don't want to talk about people that I know who say, my answer to it is to not think about it. Dick would say that studying snare drum technique is a personal matter. Ways to approach this. Okay. So the first thing, I'm not sure about your positioning already. I'm just watching you kind of warm up, but we want to do this. Let everything hang. And so what we want is we want to let everything hang. Now remember, you have, some drummers are from Earth, others are from Mars. So you're the guy who apparently isn't in half turned over when your arms are staying. You need to be, yeah, they are. If you really brought those up, you'd probably be in half turned over. What Chuck Silverman said, and he was right. Just let your arms hang in French. Wait, yeah. Now come on up in French. You see, you're almost really half turned. Just thinking, see, you want to turn over. That's what you're doing. Yeah, you come up like that. We're like, and you're in French. It's somewhere in there. And that's where you'll do a lot of your playing on the drum set. Okay? So you're just going to roll, and you're going to come up like that, and now you're going to roll into into palm down. Match grip, palm down. After you come up, or you can do kind of what you're doing, which is what starts to happen after a while. But I just wanted you to know this, to feel this, because it's true. Your arms don't hang palm down like this when you let everything hang. No, the hand that would do that. This is uncomfortable. Now, but we do need to create a position. So we're going to come into palm down from a half turned over position. And we're not going to rotate so much so that it becomes uncomfortable. As comfortable a position as possible. And so your arms have a certain kind of quality where they're just hanging. And the idea of just meditating like this, it's not easy to do, right? To just meditate and get to know what everything feels like. You ever done that? We just go through a system separately. Yeah, I feel my shoulders, I feel my anticubical fossa, the elbow joint. My wrist is holding up the stick, I can feel that. Kind of get in touch with Murray would call them the oppositional muscles, so that you can you're holding the stick up. I think that's what those are. We should Google it. If you're a nerd, you'll Google it and you'll teach me. And stick in the hand, right? Feel the thumb. You feel the middle finger. Feel the first finger. Feel the other two fingers just kind of hanging out. You can feel the butt end of the stick on the. Every once in a while, if you feel like it, you have the patience. That's a good thing to do. Right. Now, so you don't want to be like this. So sometimes I just feel like you a little like this. It's just this.
Yeah, but it's just if I do this, then I feel I'm a bit close here. This is more like kind of relaxed position, really.
Well,
and you can see like my arm is kind of straight, so that's good.
That's important, but and
I'm not doing this.
This is an example where everybody is perhaps a little bit different. So I'm not going to foist some positioning on you that doesn't make sense. But I think that you'll find it if you just let everything hang. And you see where is everything hanging? What are the shoulders doing? There shouldn't be much of a change. It's a hanging field. Right? So you have to find that. You see, part of the problem is that you're in this position.
This will be this. This is this.
I'm exaggerating. Now try not to argue with me because I really am on your side. See, that's what I did for years, and I'm trying to help you. It slowed me down because I would do that, which I get, and I'm the patient teacher because I'll keep going. You know I will, but
It's better.
Well, Dick would say, see, more knowledge. There is we'd call it a. I want to be careful. See, I didn't play math, so it's not in. What is this? This is 90-degree angle, right? So he would call this, that's traditional. You're at a 90-degree angle. He'd say, it's half a box. Hopefully you don't have a box that's round, because there are round boxes. But what you've got is you've got a 45-degree angle, you see? You're closer to, like, one hand could be almost traditional, you see? Go ahead, put the left in traditional. Leave it there. Just no, I kind of want to. You can see you can almost leave it where you were. And some guys play not quite half a box, right? So, but this is 45. This is a different angle. Your slice of pizza years ago when I taught kids. Now your slice is about that big, and that would seem to work. Oh, okay. They get it right away. You know, us smarty pants adults, but it's smaller. It's a 45-degree angle. If you think so, let's see. Oh, look. Yeah, you look more like that. A little bit more like that. I'm like this. Come on in. Just forget everything. Just create the right angle. You don't have to do this. You don't. And you got to be parallel to the plane surface.
Look at my arm, right? It does depend.
See that looks? Yep. Nope. You went back to that. Keep a 45-degree angle. You see, I'll give you something else. No, don't. Let me help you. Don't slow me down because I'm going to give you some other cool stuff that you're going to love. It's my gift from Dick Wilson to you. Dick would say, Kevin, don't you understand? He'd say, hey, go ahead and really, that's what he'd say. Throw is like you're throwing something, a ball, but not letting go. He'd say, go ahead, next, away from the surface. Try not to hurt yourself, right? And he'd say, go on and make a throw. Come on, make a throw. Make a throw. Come on, let it come down. You can almost hear I hear a whoosh. You hear a whoosh? No, you hear a whoosh. Whoosh. Probably can't. There, stop. Yeah, do it again. Come on, really? Give it some juice. Okay, now come on, now stop. Keep it there. Keep that angle. Bring that over. Bring it over, don't change your angle. Closer. Now you'll notice that the stick is more closely aligned with the forearm. You didn't think of that. He'd say it's not exactly aligned with the forearm, but it's almost. Because when you start to really throw, the stick wants to, like a whip, it wants to go out. It doesn't want to go this way. See? It's almost an alignment. It's almost, see, so if you were really thinking now about getting your positioning, based on the alignment to your forearm, try that. Just make it a little more aligned. Remember, Dick would have me do this. Do this with me. Just stay with me. Keep rolling with me, man. You know what I mean? Use that IQ of yours. Do this. Come on. Well, I didn't put my arm out, but I guess you could. I'm back here somewhere where I'm playing. And I did do this, right? Come on, stretch your fingers out. Baby fingers all the way extended. Yeah, come on. Roll it out. Can't do that? You got your thumb and first finger. Thumb and first, take everything else off. I'll teach you this. Thumb and first finger. There you go. Now put the fingers on the stick. The other fingers, don't move anything. Okay, now pull that in. Pull it in. I didn't mean pull it in with your arm, but that was good. But yeah, get this stretched out as much as you can. Stick is now a half a box to your forearm, 90-degree angle. Come on, get this. And when I say fingers are nice, and come on, keep your fingers on the stick though. Come on, this one's ready to pull in. It's not on top of it. It's ready to pull towards you. There you go. Right? Now, I'm not talking about your arm. Leave your arm alone. You can put your arm anywhere and do this. Come on. Just, yeah, right. Now, don't pull your arm. Rotate your fingers or pull your fingers and it'll give you a positioning. Come on, keep your first finger and thumb. Why is your first finger pointed? I gotta hold on. I'm holding on to this thing. Yeah, like that. Now try it again. Now pull it in. It should almost align. Pull it in with your fingers. It should almost align with your forearm. More like that. Right? And if you came out and let it rest in a different place on the palm, you could get it even, you want it as close to that bone on the, okay, so you're finding a position now. See? And so when you do this, when you get this position, there, see, it's closer to being aligned with your forearm now. Don't hold your elbow out. Elbow should be resting on your body.
It is.
Good, good. And now keep this position. Don't let it slouch into, yeah, that looks better. You're right. Your right's not as good as your left. Stay with me. Go ahead.
Does the stick lie on the bone?
No, just next to it.
Next to the bone.
Yeah. Dick would, depending on how meaty, you can almost create a little divot here.
But next.
Right in there, little divot.
When you say next, is closer to the pinky, right?
Yeah, you have a bone here in this area. I don't know enough about the anatomy to describe said bone. And the stick is just next to it, because you can hurt yourself if the stick is on the bone. Yeah, see, it's straightening out a little. Your left, try to create an angle that's closer to your forearm. Fiddle with it for a second. Yeah, come on. Fingers, no, it's the fingers. You want the stick aligned with your forearm. Isn't it Terry Bozzio that talks about this? Come on, put it in the crack of your middle finger. The crack of the palm. My baby finger's good. That's good. Now check out your position. Look at it. Look how aligned it is.
Yeah, that's here. Right? It's not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be here.
Wait a minute. It's possible. I think it was Jack Verga that mentioned to me that he believes that in the beginning, Murray was actually teaching like that. I'm not sure about this. And that Dick went to Murray and said, if you're going to play real loud, you can't pronate you can't pronate without the butt end bumping in. So possibly it was Dick that organized this grip for more power because Murray wasn't playing with amplifiers.
That makes sense. It makes sense, that comment.
Right? So you want this thing as aligned as possible.
This is the max you can go versus here, right?
Right? So you're looking for the perfect angle. Okay, you have your soft pad. Now I sent you the Richard Wilson singles exercise. You have it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so go ahead and put your metronome on. This lesson happened at 1:21:98. So I was like 7 years in at this point. I'm 7 years in, and I bet I didn't play this very well.
It says double rebounds, roll stroke.
That's just up above.
Yeah. And that says
at the singles exercise.
16 notes, 32 second notes, 9 alternative 5. Alternating
singles.
Oh, okay. 9 alternating singles.
And then it's DC, the cup, back to the top. The top, your hat. Okay? And what does it say? Because this really taps into what we were just talking about. What does it say next to that?
Turn wrists, relax arms, and shoulders.
Turn wrists, relax arms and shoulders. Relax arms and shoulders. Right? That's kind of what we're just talking about. We don't want to be holding anything funny. Just relaxing the arms, turning our wrists. Okay? So let's give this a try. Okay, so we're just going to be turning. See, now you look at your angle. Your left is better than your right. See, now you've got a whole new set of parameters. Because your right can do certain things. Look at the angle of your right. Your left is more aligned with your forearm. What is your right doing? Why are you playing like this?
Look, it's the same.
Dude, they're not the same. Look, check it out. Your left is better than your right. You think that make you happy? No, your left is still better than your right.
Great, I'm glad.
Because you're in half turned over. Maybe if you go into palm down in your left, it'll become more like the right. But that angle that you've got in the left is good. Oh, getting it? No, these. There you go. There you go. Now the stick is more out in front of you, and you have a better alignment. So you have a new thing that's going to make your singles better. Okay, 46.
I'm not going to be able to play this.
Oh, that's a good start. We're going to will it to happen, Raph. Come on. One and two and three and four. One and two and three and it's all happening. One and two and three and four and say, look at the alignment of my arms. Look at the stick. Something you may have never even considered. Graph. Look in the monitor. See the alignment of my arms. Not put it straight to the camera, but and I'm just turning. Watch. And remember this in the air? Just do this with me. I'm just turning. No, come on. Get up to my body. Copy me. Stay with me now. You can do it. I'm okay. Whatever hand you want. And look how big a range I have. Look how big my range is. Coming all the way up, all the way down. I'm actually coming behind my shoulder. And you don't have to rush. Don't rush. The windshield wiper. It's a perfect machine. Wish, 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 over and over. What? Look how you're going faster than me. You're not really paying attention to me.
I am.
Okay. Attention, case. Up, stick with me. Up, down. Up, down. We'll do it in tempo. Up, down. Time with the metronome. Up, down. Up, down. Up, down. Up, down. Up, down. And stop it down. Look at your down. Your down is this. Your arm's all the way down. You're using your arm.
Your image is frozen.
You're fixing your angles. You're fixing knowledge with regards to 45-degree angles and how the stick should relate to your forearm and so on and so forth. Now there's another thing. It's not this.
Your image is frozen.
It's okay, but when you go down, you don't look like that. Sorry, I'm really sorry about that. Okay, so what we want to do is turn up. Come on, turn up. Okay, and then we're going to turn down. And the arm's going to, no, you're just using your, look at my arm. My arm looks like this. I'm going up. And then I'm going down. See, the arm doesn't, no, I'm down, but you don't want to turn down. See, you don't have that. That's what you're missing. It's killing you. You don't even know it. There. And you see, you've got a pretty good alignment. And just kind of maintain a 3-finger grip. So primarily it's just that 3-finger grip. See, it's more than just a grip. It's a lot. And yet it's so simple once you start to feel it better. Come on, you really got to get both sides of it. That's Richard Martinez. Both sides of it. Both sides. Both sides. Up, down, up. Maybe we should use quarter notes. Right? Up. You try to keep it smooth so you're not waiting too long at the top. Down. And I come all the way down to here. Up, down, up, down. It's smooth all the way through. It doesn't whip through to get to this position. It moves so that you get to it just when the metronome clicks. So you don't have to wait. You don't want to wait here. You don't want to wait here. You don't want to wait here. So you have to be real time it with smooth. So it's like a metronome. It's like one of those old school metronomes. Tick, 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 right? Much better. Also, that might help you learn how to, because an upstroke, isn't an upstroke kind of just that? Hold it here. I'm going to give you something else. No, I'm parallel. Copy me. Right? Now, turn down or let it fall. That's an upstroke. You only move that much of it. But see, you're not feeling any wrist turn because your whole arm goes down, so you don't feel the wrist. Okay. So you've just improved a lot, and you probably don't know it until you spend some time alone. Right. Center, 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 center. Maintain that 3-finger grip. In the center. Yeah, okay. So now we're going to play 16th notes. Wait, 16th notes. Click. I can't read the metronome. Click. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Count out loud. 2 and so I know you know what you're doing. I feel it landing on the middle finger every time. I feel it on the middle finger when I land. I feel this 3-finger grip. I feel it landing on the middle finger. I'm turning my wrists. Keeping all these things in mind. Like a metronome. Isn't it? Maybe. Okay, now, Richard Wilson has us go to 30-second notes. Three-finger grip. Relax, 3-finger grip. Now he wants 9 alternating singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. You do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Look how relaxed I am. Look how relaxed. And I could go faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 4, 5, 1. Wait.
It starts sleeping. This problem is that it starts sleeping, and then if I grip it too hard, and I'm gripping it too hard, man, for fuck's sake, man, honestly.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. This thing is a killer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Right? So you just need to conceptually, can you do that? Can you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
I don't understand, Kevin. It's just the grip, man. It's not okay, man. Because I start like my stick starts doing this, and if I grip it too hard, then I start tensing up. Man. It seems like
Hey, Raph, you know, and I didn't study, I only took one lesson from Robbie Carson. He just had me grab the sticks like this. He's like one of the fastest runners ever. He said, "Oh, and Dick sent me to him. He said, "Oh, that's a good way. That's a good way to help you turn your wrist. So you're not getting some, which is cool, right? That's why you're here. Grab the stick. You can tense up. It's okay, because it's not the grip that'll make you tense. There you go.
Yeah, but that's not the intention. What's the point?
It's fine. This is good. Now, whether you know it or not, there's a fulcrum in here somewhere. There's a fulcrum in here somewhere. And once you start to locate it, I have it balanced on the middle finger.
Yeah.
But I can feel the potential of that. Even if I'm gripping the stick. So that might be kind of cool for you to just hold the stick. Let's try that.
So then I can do this. That's fine.
Well, don't look the same. Your hands.
That's what I can do. But
your hands don't look the same though. Why? If are you holding them the same in both hands? Your arms are tight. Your arms are tight. That right arm is popped out. See, I'm telling you, it's more about the arms than you think. You have to relax. Even if you want to clutch the stick, I'll let you for a minute. And look at my arms. Here it's clutched. Okay. And the grips look pretty similar. And I don't play that. Now I'm going to turn it into more of a three-finger grip. Look at my arms. Here's my arms. Clutched. Here's they're not clutched. Try that. See, now you're going to focus on your arms and go from one to the other. It might be too fast. This is cool. That's why Dick started at 46. We might want to start at 40. Come on, no, grab this, grab. Nope, your right arm's coming out.
yeah,
Stay with me. Just don't keep beating yourself up. Just stay with me. Stay along. Grab the sticks, and you're going to start to play it, and I'm going to coach you through it. You have to pay attention and don't keep stopping. Roadblocks. Grab the stick. Okay, both hands. I don't care if you want to clutch it. Both hands, both hands. Okay. Now, relax your right arm as much as possible. It looks like it's out just a little more. Maybe it is just, okay, I don't want to see that change. I don't want you to hold it in. It shouldn't go out. Now, let's go ahead and turn at that speed. Concentrate on your arms. Concentrate on your arms. That's not bad. Concentrate. Right elbow to pop out. Relax. Arms are hanging by your side. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. Okay, that's how I got it. It's looking good. Don't go into half turned over in the left. Now, don't let your right arm, I can tell it wants to come out. No, don't stop. Don't stop. Keep going. Right arm. I don't want to see any light. I just want to Dick said, turn wrist, relax arms and shoulders. There you go. Looking good, man. There you go. This is solid, right? Now just turn that into more of a, no, keep going and follow my instructions. Now turn that, keep the arms relaxed, allow the arms to be relaxed. Now move that to more of a three-finger grip and don't change your arms. Just hold it here more.
Can't start sleeping.
Try. If it slips and you drop the stick, so what? No, your right elbow's pointed out. There you go. Relax your right elbow. Arms. Okay. So we're going to slow it down to 40. Because Raph, what is the difference between this, clutched, as a remedial thing?
The rebound. That's the problem.
Stay with me. Clutched, right? And then, let's see, I'm clutched. And then, now it's a three-finger grip. Try clutching with a three-finger grip. Be a little more firm in there. Try that. Get back 2 fingers and clutch. Take back 2 fingers and continue. I don't care. I'm even letting you clutch. Oh, you want to hold it here. Okay? This is really fast. It took me years. My singles suck forever. Singles are really tricky. Trust me. There you go. There you go. Think about everything. There you go. There you go. Now go back to clutching. And when you go to clutch, don't, no. Your left does something funny when you clutch with it. Let's take that apart. You're spending the time on this. Here's what happens, Raph. Raph? You look like this. And now I'll do it with my left. And I say clutch. You clutch with your right, and it doesn't look very different, does it look? Not clutched, clutched. You would almost not tell if I didn't tell you. Now here's what happens in your left. It looks pretty good. I say clutch, and you go. And it looks like this. Why is clutching in the right natural, but you can't clutch in the left without interfering with your position? You're clutched in this position, not like this. Try it again and think about that. Don't put your back fingers in so much. Right. Look at your right. You were doing what you did all week long. They don't look the same, do they? Maybe it's moving. Let's stop. Don't play. Stop. It's not about playing. It's about the grip. Don't play and clutch in both hands to see if you can get them to look the same. Might be the camera angle, but I don't think so. Now, see how much of your baby finger I can see in your right? Don't pull your baby finger more in the left. Clutching, you can still keep this nice and big looking. You like that. Remember this thing where I had you do this? See how big that is? You're going to pull it in. And it doesn't suddenly become this. Now, a little better. Come on, get the baby finger and ring finger out in the left. Don't bring it so much. Not off, not off. Just off your right. Like more like that. Yeah. Yeah. Go to a 3-finger grip. Go to a 3-finger grip. 3-finger. Looks good. 3-finger now. Good. Both hands. Play. Go ahead and play. It's okay. Let's go ahead and play.
What's the point?
Ah, there you go. See how your baby finger and ring finger seem kind of, the whole thing, your hand looks big? Now, touch it, don't change that. You just bring the fingers towards the palm. They don't come in towards your thumb. They come up towards the palm, not towards your thumb. Yeah. Okay, you've got the idea. Slow the metronome down to 40. Take one more quick look at this. Goodness gracious. We're gonna break whatever habits have, been going on for 20 years. You're 40? Okay. Now, you want to play it? You want to play it with a full squeeze and concentrate on the relaxation of the arm? Why don't we do that? You just go ahead and give me the Robbie Carson squeeze. See, your left looks perfect right now. It's not all pulled in. They both look big. So go ahead and play like that. 16 notes. Count. No. 16ths. 1 and 2 and. Now your arm. Look, your left has come out. The elbow's out. Relax your left elbow. No, don't stop playing. Now your right's great. It's at the fast speeds, your left arm is relaxed, your right gets tight. Look at the angle in the right. Your left is better than your right. Come on, fix it. Dick would have, come on, fix that. Get the stick to be more in contour, aligned with the forearm. Can you do that?
Which one is wrong? I don't understand which one is wrong.
You look down, and the one that looks more in like this, you're going to fix it by doing something with your fingers, getting a better position. Yeah, you're right. Bring it in a little more like this thing. Bring it in, find it. You can even clench and do that. There you go. There you go. The 16th notes. We're 16th. The different temples are going to do different things to your arms and your grip. Don't let the thumb come forward in the left. Where's that big hand in the left? Where's the big hand? Hey, keep going. Keep going. Just float like a butterfly. Don't crunch it into the surface. Just turn. Here you go. There you go. Now turn that into a 3-finger grip. You barely see. I could see it change. Look, you can't see mine change when I go from here. I am here like this. One and I'm going to go into a 3-finger grip. Look, you can't see the difference, can you? Here I'm clutched, and here I'm not. And here's what it looks like. Here I'm clutched. Watch. Here I'm clutched. And now it's a 3-finger grip. Here I'm clutched. And now it's a 3-finger grip. But look how little it is. Look how different.
Yeah, but if I clutch, right, the stick goes to this joint of the finger, not the first one. That's the problem, right?
Then don't touch it so that the stick is in the right position in your hand.
I can't just switch from this to this.
No. Okay, just hold the stick like this. Hold the stick like this. Just stay with me now. There you go. That's it. See, you can move the stick like that. Okay, now put the middle finger on. Crack of the middle finger, first knuckle. Good, good. Now the pad of the fourth. And the tip. No, the pad. No, you're in the crack. No, keep it close. You don't have to spread it down. That would hurt. Just put the pad on. I didn't say put your baby finger on. You've lost it already. Come on, first finger and thumb, and you put your crack of the first knuckle of the middle finger on. Come on, take. That's not. No. You see how my pad? See how my ring finger, put your ring finger on, but it shouldn't be as far forward as your ring finger's too far forward. Your ring finger's there, mine's back here. Keep it flat, don't go crunching it. Keep it flat, now put the flat of the tip of the baby finger on. No, this should be flat. Look how flat I look. Look how flat. Okay, now, that's it, now tip back. Now go like this, like in the Murray Spivack video. When he asks, come on, let it go. Open your hand. Open your hand. There. Come on. There. Now bring it back. No, come on. See how smooth that is? See how smooth that is? Then the hand can do this. Baby finger has to open up the most, doesn't it? And it never does, and it always looks kind of natural and rounded. And you pull all the fingers in at the same time, leading with the middle finger. Go ahead, try it. Pull it in. Not too bad. How come your baby finger isn't still rounded? Look how round mine stays. And that might be the medical thing that you're talking about. Okay? Okay, good. So you should be able to do that. Now it's in this position.
Yep. This is
okay, so it's here, isn't it? That's your 3-finger grip. Now I can clutch and maintain that 3-finger grip. Bring your middle finger, ring finger, and baby finger in, and don't lose the position of the first finger and thumb. Up to the palm. Close the stick. There it is. There it is. You're still. Now take all the fingers off. Take all the fingers off. There. Are you in the first knuckle of the first finger? I think you are. And you just kind of smoothly. You don't put them on all crunched up like this. You just smoothly put them on where I told you. Now you can either squeeze with them and pull the whole thing to the palm. Nice and flat. Look how flat my baby finger is. And my middle finger. Nothing wrong with your middle finger. Okay, so you're working on your grip. Okay, so if you just go ahead and hold everything up to the palm, which I'm calling clutching. Do that. Don't lose that. Good. Now just back off the ring finger and baby finger. I shouldn't see any difference. It's barely moves away. See how you can't see? I'm clutched. Watch. I'm clutched. Now watch. Now I'm not clutched. You can't tell. Now it's the 3-finger. I can show you. Okay. You're going to have to play with that for a while. And that's why you want to put this thing. And I'll have a straight jacket sent over because it'll drive you crazy in a good way. Okay. Now we had stick control. Pull up stick control. I want to keep this thing moving. control, page 16, right?
Yep.
I just gave you a lot of detailed information because you're determined to get this. And I think you need some more information. And you need more time. And you have to sit there and do that over and over like Vinny on his dashboard. Don't be a distracted driver. But you know, where Vinny's dashboard, all you could, through the leatherette, all you could see was the foam. The thing was, the thing had been inundated with practicing for hours and probably in LA traffic, where you're just sitting there anyway, not moving. You have to do it over and over, and I really suggest you do a lot of this, right? Over and over, and so that you're not doing this. This is the idea of a wrist string. We can also do this. We can also do this. Let's see. We can leave the hand relaxed, and it'll do something a little different. Without this of the arm, turning of the wrist. What you do with your fingers? Have Bobby Carson clutch. You still get both sides. Now we have a 3-finger grip. How would that feel? It didn't change the wrist string, did it? Didn't change the arm. Now we have a 3-finger grip. Now we have no grip. Stay with me, your mind's wandering, because you're not going to do this. Because for you, doing it with no grip, forget it. This is important. You have to do this stuff. But now it's happening with no grip. So you have 3 different ways to practice. Robbie, with no stick in your hand. 3-finger grip. See, you can barely see a difference, right? A little different with no stick. Here it looks like that. And then, not too different though. Now it's in a 3-finger grip position. Oop, almost didn't get both sides myself. And now we're going to let go and not have a stick at all. Practice those 3 ways from both hands. Just be happy you don't have to worry about traditional grip. It more than doubles what you have to think about. In a weird way. Okay. Okay, so you're playing number 1 at 40, page 16, stick control. Now wait before you play. How's your angle relative to your forearm? So your left's always better than your right. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. How do you fix your right? I don't think it's by doing this in your wrist. I think your wrist is probably pretty straight. I think it's your grip. So pull the back in a little. Maybe let it all come out for a minute. Like I showed you, you didn't do that in the left. Come on, do that. Do that little remedial thing that Dick Wilson had me do. Yeah, you know, you don't want to move your arm. No, the arm is just where it was. And then you're just going to do this. The stick will come towards you. Bring the stick towards you. Keep it on. Keep it. Come on. No, you moved your arm. There you go. That's right. Feel the thumb and first finger where you said, I can't hold it here. Yeah, you are. You're holding it right there. And you're going to bring it back in. Not bad. Try it again. Cool with it. You extend the baby finger and the ring finger, let it come out. Yeah, and then you bring it in. And you find, is it on the palm? What's it feel like? Is it that grip that Kevin told me about? Could I pull the whole grip together, pull it all up without changing the way it looks? Now you're really starting to get to know what this piece of wood feels like in your hand, aren't you? Okay, so go ahead and play this. Now, not too bad. I'm using this in a particular way to help you feel the motion, learn the motions, because they're just as important. And you're going to see that everything we talk, your grip looks pretty good. A little bit too much this way. I'd like to see, watch how I can change it. Instead of that, I would just for fun, put it in the crack of the palm. Just for fun. No, you don't have to do your arms. It's the grip. Is it in the crack? Put it in the crack.
Look at the shape of the arm, right? It goes like this.
No, you're doing it again. Put it in the crack of the middle. The way Murray used to teach, apparently. No, but while you're here, just for fun, to fiddle with your angle. Come on down, have fun with it, man. It's a little toy. It's for Christmas. You got this, yeah. Look at your angle now, it's gorgeous. Now just move it over so it's just on the bone. No, you move your arms. I keep telling, no, this is really helping you. You don't quite know it yet. There you go. Is it on the bone? I want it to be on the bone.
But look at the arm. It doesn't look straight versus.
No. The arm is correct. All right, Ralph, you can do it the other way, but it ain't working, is it? I'm showing you how. Look at my.
I mean, what do you want me to say?
I want you not to say. I want you to just do what I'm saying. You just.
Do it. It's fine. I don't mind. It's just weird.
Good. Put it back in the crack of the hand. Back in the old school Murray Spivack, apparently. There you go. Don't point your first finger. That looks really good. That's about the angle we're searching for. Now you're going to put it on the bone, which isn't correct. I don't want you to hurt, but put it there, just for fun. Next, change the angle relative to the forearm. Your arms look great right now. Your arms are perfect. Now just put it just next to the bone. Don't move your arms. That's it. That's what it should look like. Now just meditate for a moment. Meditate on that. It's a little different. It'll feel a little different. Think about where the stick is running and think about it. Feel it. That's beautiful. Now, what we're going to do, don't move. Just meditate while I talk. Stay in that position because it's really good. Now you got to change the angle of the stick relative to your forearm. First time ever. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to just back for a minute, and you're going to maintain that position. Don't lose your position. And so a flam is the thickening of the note, which means it's going to be louder, right? It's going to be louder because you're playing two notes so close to each other, as Dick would say, it thickens the note. Martinez talks, stay with me, don't play, just maintain your position. Martinez talks about terrace dynamics. So we're not stacking the two notes right on top of each other and playing them in unison, but there's some of that going on too. It's like you've added another note on top of the original note, almost on top. Okay, the flams are going to be louder, just based on the motion that we use to make a flam. What I want you to do is I want you to exaggerate it. What I'm asking for, and okay, stay on that pad just for a second because it's so perfect. I don't want to mess with it. That's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to really turn up high. We're really going to feel the full range of really want to get that stick to look like this. Right. No, please stay with me now. There. Why is your baby finger in the right isn't? Your baby finger is doing just what it does in the left, and it's medically. It's considered.
I can.
No, don't tuck it in like that. It's the tip. Just flat. Keep your fingers flat. Now flatten out your ring finger a little. You're really, flatten it. In other words, the joint, that's the first joint of the, flatten it. And you know what happens when you flatten it? It's what happened when you were here. And you realize, oh, if I just flatten it, the stick will move. It's always flat, so you can do this. I mean, potentially. We're not using the fingers in this way right now, but this, now come on, open up your ring finger and baby finger. Whoa! I only meant a little, but that's perfect. See, you can go the whole way and it's still on the stick. Bring her back. Feel the tip go a little more. Oh. See, you don't have that figured out smooth yet. Just move it a little. There, don't touch it. Ooh, a little. Keep the baby finger on. You can only go back so much before you lose the baby finger. We're done. There you go. There you go. Now bring that down. Ah, you're developing a grip. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come up and we're going to do this. Baby finger's off the stick. You lost your grip. It's not supposed to do anything. Come on, flatten out the baby finger a little. Don't point your first finger. Just flatten it out a little. That's right, flatten it. But flat like this. Look, if you open it up, it has to be flat. In fact, it has to be completely straight if you go all the way. Come on, let the stick come all the way back and feel how straight your baby finger is.
Come.
Let it come back. Stay with me. Come back. Yeah, you have to open. Look, your baby finger is completely straight. It's not crooked. And when you bring it in, it stays pretty, it doesn't, there. Come on, straighten it out. You got it. Keep going, feel this instead of arguing. Come on, open your baby finger. Open your baby finger. Let the stick fall back. Okay, well, if you're not far enough back, maybe you won't, but look. You just did it, there. Now move it forward a little bit. There, now let it open again. So your baby finger's nice and flat. Come on now, bring all the fingers towards the palm, just a little, half an inch. Move the stick a half an inch, the bead half an inch. There you go, now see how flat everything is? Let it come back, half an inch. There it is, keep them flat, half an inch the other way. There you go, see your baby finger's flat. It never does this. There, now just bring that whole thing down. Just bring it down. Bring the grip down. So your baby finger's ready to do that if it wanted. We don't. Maybe Murray Spivack would have you do that as an exaggerated approach to helping the student with the throw. Okay, your grip looks really nice. See, you can feel it too. The baby finger is probably kind of flat. The tip of it's on. Okay, so we pronate, we pronate, we pronate. Not bad. The grip almost feels the same, doesn't it? You feel all those elements. Now you're going to turn up to the ceiling. Oh, much better. Come on, don't go crushing the baby finger. It's got to be able to do this. So just for fun, open it up. There it is. Oh, a little bit. There. It should feel like that all the time. I mean, you're not doing that, but the grip should be in that kind of state. What if you worked? What we don't use? We can't use fingers. Louis Belson had great fingers. He worked on his fingers a lot, but he knew all this. And you have to. If you're, how are you going to use fingers? All crunched up. Okay, you're getting the idea. Yeah, there. Come back down. Just have fun with this, dude. Yeah, you're much better. You don't know it, but it is. Pronate. Feel the grip. See, your arms are nice and relaxed, so the elbow moved a little. Cock your wrist to the ceiling. Whoa, beautiful. Yeah, it almost moved the fingers. The thing wanted to do that. Right? And now you're just going to turn to the surface. There. 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 See how relaxed that is? Yeah, look at your grip. I bet. Now come on up and stop. Come on up and stop. Baby finger, you have to monitor it. Maybe let it come back as an experiment. But when you're on your own, you're going to just let it come back the way I taught you. Let it fall back, like Murray had Louis Belson do. He said, first, you're gonna, it's good. You're right. You remember Louis? We'll do it. I'll give you you need to watch that video again. Watch. He does something like this. He says, he has Louis Belson make an upstroke. Watch. It's an upstroke, right? So you're so close to the surface, you can't help but make it up. And see, by pronating, you're already going up. So he just taps on the surface. And then he has Louis cock his wrist. He says, now you cock your wrist, and the sticks come a little bit away from the palm. He's not quite up all the way. But a little bit of an angle. It's not completely perpendicular to the floor. And the stick has come away from the palm, but you come up so slowly, Murray had to manipulate it to get it there. Kind of like you're learning to manipulate. And then he says, and if you want real power, now you can cock your wrist again. And suddenly it's like that thing I showed you. Come on, cock your wrist again. No, cocking your wrist doesn't mean throwing your hand over. That'll be a result of it. Yeah, okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again. So first the first note could either be an up motion or an upstroke. In the video, he has Louis Belson make a tap. And he gets to there. And he goes, now cock your wrist. And it doesn't quite come up all the way straight. Somewhere in there. Right there. No, you're too far back. Mine is still a little bit forward. Is yours a little forward? Like that. And now it's away from the palm. You have to memorize this stuff, Raph. Yeah, this is what we're doing. It's like this. This intense. Now you're gonna, he says, and now you're gonna, don't think about the fingers. He says, now you're gonna cock your wrist again. Come on, cock your wrist. There you go. So you don't have to think about, your fingers are perfect. They're a little more open because you cocked your wrist. You didn't open your fingers. They did this, just like I showed you. Now you could do this. You could probably tap on your shoulder. Yeah, tap on your shoulder. There. And he says, and now you're going to come down to the pad. And he goes, and if you want, you can pull with your fingers to add more thrust. We don't want to do that right now. That's all. But you could, couldn't you? See, now you have the power of the Spivack thrust if you wanted. And let the whole thing come down flat. Now you're out of sync, but much better. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Okay, these are baby steps, and yet suddenly you'll be there. Right? Baby step after baby step, and you're visiting in LA. Okay, so play the exercise, and I want the right hand, this is all right hand plans, to come up like that. The other hand's just going to stay down nice and low. Do that. Think about everything we talked about. You're pumping your arm in the left. Turn your wrist. It's that thing that we did where you wanted to push your arm down. It's just a little turn. There it is. Get her. Murray, you say you're loose going up. This messed me up, so be careful. And you're tight coming down. Are you? How tight are you? But there's a nice relaxing motion or feeling that you get when you pronate. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up, point to the ceiling. Come on up. Good, Raph. Boom, ta-ta, boom, ta. Really good. Now go the other way. See how relaxed it is? Look at your arms. Your right's hanging right by your side. Look at your angle in the right. It looked really good. Look in the monitor. Now, how's that baby finger? Is that baby finger freaking out? So just make a motion in the left. Make a motion in the left. Stop playing. You'll really come along faster if you stop playing to stay with me. Okay, we're good at this. Very good. We're going to duplicate what you did in the right. You're going to pronate, and then you're going to turn to the ceiling. Pronate. And why did your fingers kind of seem to open up? Look at your baby finger. It's not in position. Look in the monitor. There. Oh, it doesn't crawl over. No, come on. Don't argue. Your right does it perfectly, and your left has done it. That's right. Come back down. We can't quite get you up to the ceiling yet. Let it just lay in the hand. Kind of a 3-finger grip thing going on. Your grip looks good. Think about it. It's on the pad of the 4th, tip of the 5th. Are they ready to rock and roll? Okay, so you're going to pronate, and not much is going to happen. Yeah, the hand stayed the same, kind of, didn't it? Whatever release or whatever, you don't even know. You don't want to even tell the kid. Just goes, oh yeah, sure. They get it right away, like Buddy Rich or something. Now you're going to cock to the ceiling and think about your baby finger. Better. Now we're going to do the Louis Belson being instructed by Murray. Come on, bring it back. Tap yourself on the shoulder. Come on, cock again. Okay, yeah, there you go. Come on, tap yourself on the shoulder. Come on, no, look, let it come back. Tap. Yeah, there you go. Now, if you want, you could throw from there, couldn't you? And pull with your fingers. You could include that. We don't want to do that. We don't need to. We're not looking for that. It's too much, but we could. Go ahead, come make a downstroke. Well, don't let your thumb get wonky. No. Just turn to the, no, your baby fingers. Yeah, you have to slow down, Raph. No, you have to slow down. You had it perfectly, but you lost it. No, you have to get to here and analyze what your hand is doing. Well, now, process. Look at your hand and look at yourself. You have mirrors and return video. What's your baby fingers looking a lot better now, isn't it? Is it ready to fall behind your shoulder? Could it open up a little? Oh, there you go. Your baby finger. Woo, there you go. Now, just turn to the pad and make a downstroke. Whack, whack. Why'd you stop up here? Wouldn't the whole thing come down? Okay, take the stick out of your hand. Take the stick out of your hand. Now remember, when we just did wrist turns, I gave you 3 different ways to practice. Robbie Carson with a full-on grip, right? Nice and slow. Just take your time. Don't rush. And then we had the 3-finger version. You get both sides. And you don't push your arm down thinking you're turning your wrist. And then we had no stick in your hand. Now the hand is doing something different. It's not really doing. Go slow. Feel it. All the way up, all the way down, not pushing your arm down. Much better. Look at your baby finger. Stretches out nice and flat. Comes in kind of flat. It doesn't go crunch. Yeah, it does that. But you're not coming up all the way. You're not turning the other side. Got to get both sides. Come on, get the other side. There you go. That's when it'll close fully, and you're gonna feel both sides. Baby finger will really come. There you go. Don't do anything. Just let the fingers do what they'll do. Okay. So when there's no stick in your hand, things are a little different, right? So now I just want you to put your hand on your leg. See, baby finger is perfect, right? And then you're going to pronate. I just pronate a little. Oh, what is this? Nothing changes. It just pronates. Yeah, that's all. My fingers aren't flattening out. They don't do that. You don't push down and flatten them out. You don't do that. They just almost stay like you're playing a piano. They almost stay the same shape. They're kind of curved here. Yeah, see how they're a little curved? Maintain that and just bend your wrist forward. Roll up onto the tips of your fingers. Don't go into the flat of your fingers. There. Oh, no, you went on the flat. I just want you to roll up onto the fingers are a little curved. Just a little. No, just don't make a big deal out of this. Say they're a little, and don't pull it towards you. That's your arm. And the fingers shouldn't close and come to each other. They would just stay here. Like you're playing a piano. No, your fingers are closing. That's it, like that. Now you're going to cock your wrist. Peace, brother. Come on, you didn't do it. Ah, there you go. Your baby fingers. Come on, let your thumb hang out. Come on, open your hand up. Come on, hello. There. Now you're in the position that, see, your hand looks normal. Don't play, don't change anything. That's this. Or this, with no stick in your hand, maybe. And just let the whole thing collapse on your leg. It came down all the way to the floor. Unlike you, who did this, you got to here, not too bad, and then it went, why? Doesn't it just go, right, one more time. Don't make a big deal about the pronation. No, you don't pull it away and lift it up. No, it's this important. You're just going to have to study this video over and over. There you go. No. Okay, let's try it again. We're just here. Nice. Don't pull it towards you. It goes up around a fixed point. You get it in position, so you've got to get it around a fixed point. Maybe your elbow is going to come forward a little to maintain. Whatever it takes. Do not lose that fixed. Almost, yeah. Now you're going to go, hey, dude, stop in the name of, yeah, and let it collapse. Come on, let it collapse. All this weight is going to go clunk. Yeah, don't hurt your leg. It won't hurt it, but there's a nice snap there. If you just let that fall, bam. Really let it, now let it fall like that. Come on up, say hello. Come on, your thumb. Come on, open up your hand. Open up your hand. And just let the whole thing fall. Yeah. I want to be careful you didn't pull it out of the socket or anything. But it fell, didn't it? Like that. So we're going to do it one more time. One more time. Stick. And the hand has that natural thing, and we're focusing on that baby finger. Turns out it's not a medical problem because your right hand does it too. You're busted. You should be happy about that. Okay, so first, see how normal it is? Now, just like when you're here, nothing changed. You just bent your wrist and kept the fixed point in the universe. Now the bead is the fixed point. You're just going to do this. Don't take your hand. It's just kind of laying there. And we're going to see if it's really laying there, because you're going to say, peace, brother, or stop in the name of love. Not bad. Not bad. Now, just like now you're here, but with a stick in your hand, and you're going to let it fall. Boom! We're stopping there, because baby finger. You didn't take your time. You got to think of every piece of it. You got to. Yeah. How are you going to test? Yeah. How are you going to test it? Get to the top. Baby finger's freaky. Baby finger, come on. Should be a ton of just touching the stick, the tip maybe. Tip. Go ahead and tap yourself on the shoulder as a remedial project. There. Now, how about from there? You just let the whole thing go boom. Come out. Yeah. All the way to that arm. Good. There. These are the little things as it comes together, and you'll do this enough, and you'll tap and whack and whack and whack, and you go, oh, shoot! Well, I just turned my hand's perfect by doing all of this stuff. Oh my God! Look at my ankle and everything. It's exactly what I want. We didn't get to it, but then you start to play roll strokes. Whack, yeah, da 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 da, parrot, flam, and nothing's changed. We went deep today, didn't we? So just play with this, and the more you do this, all the little things that were problematic will disappear, and you'll realize how natural this technique is. If you don't impose either a misunderstanding or a lack of awareness, imposed, yeah, I guess it can, because it's not giving you a path to reality. If you just keep doing this over and over, and you come up, and we get to this position, and your baby finger looks like this, and you don't notice it, it's never going to get better. But today, you noticed it. I helped you, and you got nice and quiet, and it got much better. I'm leaving you with that.
Thank you.
Go deeper. You're welcome.